Good evening. Welcome to the Town of Killingley Zoning Board of Appeals regular meeting, Thursday, February 8th, 2024. The time is 7:03. I'll call the meeting to order. Can we have a roll call?
Andrew Fauner,
Here.
David Izzo, online. Lynn LaBerge.
Here.
William Mengy,
Here.
also online.
Perfect. So we have a quorum tonight. We're going to go to citizens participation. Public comment can be emailed to publiccomment@killinglyct.gov or mailed to Town of Killingley, 172 Main Street, Killingley, Connecticut, 06239, on or before the meeting. All public comments received prior to 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting will be posted on the town's website, www.killingley.org.
We received no public comment.
Okay, nothing from Brooklyn either, you said?
Nothing generically or for any of the
Okay.
applications.
We'll close citizens' participation, and we'll go on to public hearings. To participate in the public hearing, the public may join the meeting via WebEx, or they may call in by calling 1-415-655-001. They need the password in that?
No, not to call in.
Okay.
No.
We're going to start with application number 23835 of Christopher and Beth Fallon to vary the Town of Killingley zoning regulations, section 450, dimensional requirements, table A, minimum setback from street line from 50 feet to 48 feet, and minimum setback from sideline from 25 feet to 8 feet for additions for a garage, screen porch, and studio. The property is located at 23 Warrigan Road, GIS map 217, lot 70, IND zone. Good morning, or afternoon.
Just hit that button on that, Greg, and
Yours is off.
no, right below. There you go.
Okay. Good evening. For the record, my name is Greg Glaude. I'm a licensed land surveyor and business partner at Killingley Engineering Associates with a place of business at 114 Westcott Road here in Danielson. I represent the applicants tonight. They are also present, Chris and Beth Fallon. The property, as you stated, is located at 23 Warrigan Road. This is immediately to the right of the present-day Killingley Sewer Treatment Plant. So it's kind of in a hole there at the intersection of Route 6 and Route 12. You really don't see this house from the road unless you just happen to turn your head as you're driving by it. The property, I want to just give a brief overlay of the property. It's 1 acre. It's bounded by the Quinnebog River on the west side. It's bounded by Warrigan Road on the east side. To the south is the Town of Killingley Sewer Plant, and to the north is just more state of Connecticut land along the edge there. So the Quinnebog River, and there are wetlands behind the property along the Quinnebog River. There's also a flood zone in the backyard of the property that we've shown on the plan here. And then there's a drainage pipe that comes from some of the drainage down from Route 6 with an easement that was granted to the state of Connecticut that crosses the property to the north side of where the house is. The history of this property is it used to be twice as big as it is today. In the 1950s, when the Route 6 and Route 12 interchange was created, that was when they had the traffic circle. The state of Connecticut did a taking on this property, and they actually relocated this house to its present location. The house used to be further up here, and I do have a map from 1950. That is the taking map. This is recorded in the land records. I've highlighted what the present day parcel looks like, where the house used to be, and then the house was put down here in this area. The other thing that they did when they did the taking is the present day street line of Route 12 or Warrigan Road is 95% non-access. That means he cannot cross it with a driveway. He only has a 20-foot section over here where the driveway comes in that he's allowed to access, drive, or even cross. The rest of the line, the state took the right to cross that line. So what the proposal is they would like to build a addition with a screen porch on the north side of the property, or north side of the house, excuse me, and then on the south side of the house, they would like to put a two-car garage. Presently, there is no two-car garage. The applicant purchased the property in 2000. At that time, it was pretty run down. They did a really nice job in rehabilitating this property and making it look nice. They rented it for a few years, but now they're actually moving into it, so this is gonna be their residence. So they wanted to just put a garage and have the ability. So this is the existing gravel driveway that's here now. So it makes sense to put the garage on that side. Again, areas to the back and to the north are, we're not able to go into those areas to build because of the easement restriction that we have. The existing house and porch are already over the front yard setback, but since we are putting an addition, which will be a little bit over it, we have to apply for that because we can't create any more nonconformities. So we did write up a hardship for the property, and it's that the flood zone and wetland restrictions create a hardship for building elsewhere on the property. The state of Connecticut did a taking in 1950 for Route 12 and Route 6 Rotary project that created the front property line as it exists today. The house was relocated to this present position at that time. Home and porch currently are closer than 50 feet to the front yard. And the actual reductions that we're looking for is we're asking for a reduction in the front yard from 50 feet down to 48 feet. And then for the side yard, 25 feet down to 8 feet along that side, which is up against the Water and Sewer Authority. So, I mean, that's basically our project, and I would turn it back over to you, Mr. Commissioner. If you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer them.
Okay. Does anybody have any comments? Review?
I have a question for Jonathan. Is that 8-foot setback,
Yes.
is the town have any other plans that on the sewer plant that would impact, or?
I'm sure the town does have plans for the sewer facility that's constantly evolving facility next door. I did brief the town engineer who oversees much of our operation at our wastewater. He had no comment or concern given the application. With that, the notification was also sent across the river to Brooklyn because we're within 500 feet. That we've also received no feedback from them either in regards to the variance request. So staff's looked at it. We made sure the placard was up as per the regulations. And I mean, quite simply looking at the application for the hardship as opposed to, you know, a variance ask, it seems pretty much to define why you would ask for a variance. You know, the very peculiar lot, interesting history, and a literal interpretation of the regulations appears to deprive them of some basic use of the property.
I don't see a setback here for the town of Killenly, the sewer plant. Is there one there?
So on the side setback, it's the 8 foot.
No, for the town of Killenly's property.
So
What is their setback?
for
they
the
even have
zoning
one?
for there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe they're industrial as well, so it would be the same. It's
Okay.
25 foot
Okay.
side setback, and I believe we're a lot further from that on
Okay.
that side. Most of our stuff is closer to the Hutchinson property and the ball fields.
Okay. So if we move this, there's still a 25 setback on their side. It's further.
Yeah, regardless, this doesn't impact, it doesn't go over the property line, it doesn't change anything with the town setback. Should be noted, it's also in an aquifer zone, but nothing that is being proposed here triggers any real
And it's
notification.
Really just that back corner that's gonna be the 8-foot setback, right?
Yes.
Of the building?
Yes.
That's correct,
Okay.
yep.
Now, I was wondering about inland wetlands too.
Yep, so inland wetlands received the application earlier this week. Notification again will go to Brooklyn, as is required, within 7 days of receipt, by the Wetlands Commission, to let them know that they're gonna consider the application next month. So they can, there'll be another opportunity to submit comment, but that's not a public hearing. They didn't deem it a significant activity.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other discussion from the board?
Bill Mengy, I don't have anything.
Okay.
David, as I don't have any questions. I'm familiar with the property.
Do we have a motion to close application 23835?
David,
Bill
as
Men-
I make a motion to close.
Do we have a second?
Second. Bill Mengy, I'll second.
Okay. We're gonna close the public hearing just for application.
So you have a motion, a second, so if there's discussion, and then you, if you want to do a roll call.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, we'll do a roll call vote.
David Izzo,
Literally don't know. Yay.
Lynn LaBerge,
Yes,
William Mengy,
Yes.
Andrew Finer.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously to close.
So unfinished business. We're gonna open up application 23835 of Christopher and Beth Follow to vary the Town of Killenly zoning regulations, section 450, dimensional requirements, table A, minimum side setback from street line from 50 feet to 48 feet, and a minimum setback from sideline from 25 feet to 8 feet for additions for a garage, screen porch, and studio. Property is located at 23 Oregon Road, GIS map 217, lot 70, industrial zone. Any review from the board about,
So you'd be looking for a motion at this point.
do we have a motion to pass?
Bill Mengy, I'll make a motion to pass application 23-835.
And Bill, just for clarity, that's to approve the application?
Yes, I'm sorry, to approve, correct.
I'll second.
Joanna, roll call vote?
Or is there any discussion?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Or Bill, you did make the motion.
Mhm.
Do you want to weigh in at all for why you're making the motion?
Yeah, I mean, they have obvious hardship as to, you know, their requirements as to where they can build, so, I mean, that makes an easy decision on my behalf.
Any other discussion?
Anything?
So Mr. Chair, I think roll call vote then.
So we're all set for a roll call vote?
Lynn LaBerge,
Yes,
David Izzo,
Yeah.
William Mengy,
Yes.
Andrew Farner.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
There'll be an approval letter in a few days. It's going to go in the paper. It triggers a 15-day appeal period. You'll get the approval letter, which will have you record it on the land record with the town clerk. So I'll probably, if you want, I can send all that stuff to Killing Engineering or. Okay. Okay. Yep.
On to Article 6, new business.
There is no new business.
Okay. On to Article 7, adoption of minutes from August 10th, 2023, our regular meeting.
Yep.
Do I have a motion to accept?
David, as I make a motion to accept.
Do we have a second?
Bill Mengy, I'll second.
Okay. On to Article 8. Oh, we have to make a, do we need any corrections on adoption of the minutes? Don't see. All set?
now we vote.
Now we vote? Roll call vote?
Yep. Just because we have some people online, makes it easier.
Actually on the phone.
William Mengy,
Yes.
Lynn LaBerge,
Yes.
David Izzo,
yes,
Andrew Farner.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
On to Article 8, correspondence to the board.
No official correspondence to the board. Thank you guys all for coming. I know we don't meet as often. It's only when we have an application. There's most likely going to be a meeting around June time, for our annual meeting, unless we get other applications. Also, there's some new requirements from the state for some trainings and whatnot, so be on the lookout. I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing some in the summertime, or it might be in the fall. There'll be a training opportunity.
Okay.
I believe that's gonna come forward.
What about getting any new members?
So, the town council has been interviewing a plethora of members, new members for different boards and commissions. I don't know if we have any applicants for ZBA.
Okay.
I tried to find them as best we can. Wetlands just got their first alternate in years to it. So I'm hoping we can get at least, we have one more regular member position that's open. Get that one more member, and then hopefully get an alternate or two as well. So if anyone knows anyone, or anyone watching is interested in joining a board or commission, they can reach out to the town manager's office. There's also an application on the town's website, which is killingly.org. Or if they have questions, they can call my office in the planning office at 860-779-5311.
Thank you.
John, for that training, will that be in-house again?
I'm not sure. I believe that there's going to be an in-house option, but also maybe a remote option. So we're going to look to see what options are out there. Yukon Clear has been offering some trainings, and they've been putting them on their website. And I believe there might even be some options where somebody could just choose to do it on their own time when they have free time. So we're going to try to get all that information together and get it out to the various boards and commissions.
Thank you.
Nice. On to Article 9, council liaison.
Does not appear to be one here tonight.
We have an open here.
We do have them. I believe we got, I think, a new person too on there. So, but they are not here. They were notified.
Okay. On to Article 10, adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
I'll second. Thank you for coming. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you, guys.